Hey everyone, I'm Kira. I'm a queer cyborg game designer living in Columbus, Ohio, and I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about imposter syndrome. So I'm actually doing this hashtag challenge this month of April. It's called April TTRPG Makers, and the concept behind it is that if you are a game designer, writer, maker, or creator, you can kind of share your stories by the day about how you kind of design, what your process is, who you are, what you make, just talking about the things that you make. And even though I'm an artist, I come from a design background, I understand how to design things. I have designed many games, over the past 15 years probably. In a lot of ways, I still feel as though I am not truly a game designer. This feeling has nothing to do with the community at large, how anyone treats me, the attention my designs get versus the attention they don't get. It doesn't really have much to do with that in my mind. It is all my own judgment. It is what do I think makes a game designer? And am I there yet? And really the answer to that is yes, I have designed a game. Therefore, I have written it, I have put it out into the world, people have played it. And I don't just mean recent games like A Cozy Den or anything that I've made on my own recently. I mean games I made years and years and years ago, small games, tiny games, games for my friends, games that I playtested at cons. All of those were just games that I designed. And so therefore, by the definition, I am a game designer. I have put in the work, I have put in the time, and I made something, I completed it, it's done. That's it, I'm a game designer. But I think I set up these goalposts in my mind as though I have this imaginary understanding of what a game designer is, and it has nothing to do with the actual process of designing a game. The truth is that if you have designed a game in any way, shape, or form, you are a game designer. But to me, a game designer means that I have put out my own game that I have made from start to finish. It is play tested. I like it a lot. I think that it is smart, and other people agree that it is smart too. And it sells a lot of copies, and it gains some kind of recognition within the game communities, and people are playing it. Not just one group or two groups, but I don't even know. This is where my mind starts to separate itself from reality because none of these things are actually needed in order for me to be a game designer. They're just what I imagine a game designer to be, or the accomplishments I would like to reach, the goals I would like to reach before I consider myself an established game designer, maybe. This is imposter syndrome. It's, basically, it's not necessarily that there is a group of people who are saying that I am not a game designer. It is more that I have a preconceived notion of what a game designer looks like. And until I hit those goalposts, I, in my mind and heart and soul, will not believe that I am a game designer. And that's super weird. I have been through this before with visual arts. So, I have a metals and jewelry BFA. And I made jewelry for years. I still make jewelry when I can physically, but it's hard for me right now. But I made it for years after school. I sold it at all kinds of craft fairs. I sold it on my Etsy store. I sold things to friends. I made custom pieces. I was a jeweler. I am a jeweler and an artist. But for my first 3 to 5 years doing it, I did not believe that I was an artist. I felt like I was an imposter within this community of people who were real artists and real craftspeople, and I was just trying to get up to their level and like trying to be at least as good as they were, right? And I think it's really easy to feel this way as an artist or a designer or a creator of anything, really. This feeling that, you know, you're not a real creator until you've done this and this and this and this. And I think some of this is just the anxiety we have when we're learning things. Like, you know, when I was learning how to sell my jewelry and how to apply to craft fairs and work craft fairs, I felt as though I didn't know enough. I wasn't enough of an expert to like assert that I was an artist yet. Like I didn't have enough expertise in what I was doing. I was still kind of new. But the fact was that like all these artists, you know, all the older artists and craftspeople would be like, oh, are you new? And I'd be like, yes. And they're like, well, just keep at it, you know, do it for at least 10 years and then you'll be good. It's just a matter of tenacity. That's what they used to tell me. It was a matter of tenacity. And this is true in game design too. It's just a matter of doing your craft enough that you feel confident in being able to do it, and that you've gained enough skills, you know, enough time and energy has been put into what you're doing to make you an expert at what you're doing, to, you know, have that confidence to be like, yes, I am a designer, this is my aesthetic, this is what I do. I think it can take some time to get to that point, and until then, a lot of the time, you're just gonna feel like an imposter. I still kind of feel like an imposter as a game designer, you know, I still get that imposter syndrome. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that, you know, with my competition, or not my competition, my hashtag, you know, I want any kind of designer, any kind of game maker to feel as though they are valid enough to have that conversation, no matter what level you're on, no matter what level I'm at. I think that you should consider yourself a game designer, and you should be proud of what you've accomplished, and you should push harder to always do better, but try really hard to fight that imposter syndrome. Try really hard to feel, you know, to fight against that feeling of I don't belong here, or I am not an actual designer, when you are, no matter what you're making. So that's my talk on imposter syndrome. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends, because I have new videos that I'm posting every few days. And if you liked this, you probably will like my Patreon content. Check it out in the link below. Follow my social media. And if you're interested, if you are a game designer, maker, or creator, check out my hashtag for April. It's on my Twitter, but it is April TTRPG Makers. So check that out. I'll see you next time.